Alright, you beautiful people, Kenshi here, bringing you the 50-day torso challenge. As you will be able to see, we are starting as a torso. We'll be playing as a juggernaut in this playthrough. It is a Iron Man playthrough, so if I die or mess up, it is game over. There will be no reloading. There are a few rules for this playthrough. It is a single character playthrough. There is no stealing from shops. There is no producing your own equipment, and only have 50 days to kill off all of the leaders of the main factions within Kenshi. First thing we need to do is get rid of our Hive worker drone. This is a solo playthrough, so we cannot use them. What we're going to do is we're going to start making our way down to Heft. We will need to find food on the way because juggernauts burn through food super quick, so there's a pretty decent chance I might just starve to death before I get there. We are using the Age of Blood and Sand mod pack for this playthrough. We also have the hard gen mod installed as well, which is going to make all of the enemy NPCs more powerful, and most of them will have better gear as well. This can be a double-edged sword because it means they're more powerful and better equipped, but it does mean we're going to be able to get more experience from fighting them, and we should be able to, in the early game, get some half decent gear off them. And right there is where I died in my last playthrough. Our character for this playthrough is going to be called Trunks. We do have a couple starving vagrants wandering by, but they are not a massive issue. Above us we have a group of manhunters, and then in the background you can see the Leviathans. If the manhunters see us, they will just come up and kidnap us straight away, because we're a torso on the ground. I think the computer sees us as being unconscious, so they'll try to enslave us. If we get enslaved by the manhunters, it will be the playthrough over at the moment, because we have no arms and we have no legs, so we cannot pick any locks. The two starving vagrants have already been killed off by a group of skimmers. Unfortunately, they don't appear to have anything that we want. It would have been nice if they had some prosthetics on them, because that would have been super useful for us. We have got super lucky. There is a United Cities patrol passing through in front of us. They will attack almost anything in the desert. Rebel farmers, starving vagrants, any animal life that they see. So skimmers, as you can see now, bone dogs. Any of the animals that they kill will drop raw meat. Juggernauts can't eat raw meat, and if we don't get any soon, we'll starve. And if they take out the starving vagrants or the rebel farmers, there is a chance they'll drop prosthetics. And if we can get prosthetics, we can equip them, so we'll be able to move quicker. The skimmer has just gone pinging off, which isn't a massive issue, but let's hope we can get to it before it wakes up. Or if we get close and it wakes up and chops on us, obviously that's game over. We do have some sand ninjas coming past us. If we can keep an eye on them, hopefully they get in a fight with someone and get taken out, because they have some fairly decent gear. Nothing amazing, but it's going to be so much better than what I have now, which literally is a pair of sandals, and I have no legs. And then when you have robotics, you can't even wear boots anyway. So I have an absolutely useless pair of boots, and that is about it. There is a group of manhunters passing by. They seem to want to capture me as an escaped slave, but if I move back, and thankfully I'm not sure why we managed to do that. I think it's to do with the sandstorm, and they have just continued on their way. So we can now carry on heading towards the skimmer. It looks like we have some traders guild coming past, but even if I had anything to trade with them, I wouldn't be able to catch up. He does have a prosthetic arm, which might have been useful, but there is no way we can get it. So we'll carry on down to that skimmer, and hopefully we can get the meat off it and it doesn't wake up. Having a ponytail, no arms and no legs, whilst face down in the dirt in the desert, I don't think is the smartest choice, but I hope that he survives. What we did manage to get off the skimmer was some foul meat. We can't eat that. We got some raw meat, which we can eat, some animal teeth, and a broken research book. All of that we can sell. We will keep the raw meat just because we'll need it to survive, and we'll continue on our way to Heft. We have toggled Trunks onto Sneak. This is going to give him a slight buff to his sneaking skill. We won't get much experience in the desert at the moment because there isn't much around, but as things pass us, our sneak skill will go up, and at the moment our stealth is really just about our only defense. We can see a Leviathan in the distance heading over to what looks like rebel farmers or starving vagrants, so we're going to carry on crawling our way over that way, and hopefully after the Leviathan's knocked everyone down, there might be one or two of them with a prosthetic limb. They won't be good quality prosthetic limbs, and they're probably going to be hiver limbs, but having them is going to be better than not, seeing as we are crawling at 1 miles per hour, which is taking us a very long time to get anywhere. So ideally, any prosthetic limb is going to be super good for us. The Leviathan has finished everyone up and is now making its way off, The Leviathan is moving pretty slowly as well, so by the time the Leviathan's out of the way, we might have just made it. After 4 hours of crawling, we've finally made it. The rebel farmer there, Kip, does have a prosthetic limb, but it doesn't look like he's going to bleed out anytime soon, which is a little bit annoying, but hopefully we keep an eye on him and maybe a skimmer comes up and then chomps on him, which would be perfect for us. We're going to go around and loot all the Garus because they're going to have the most kit that's going to be worth us picking up. We will just take any equipment that we can take, so any armor or weapons, and then we're going to go through and pick up the best stuff that we can. Looks like they've taken offense to Trunks going around and looting their dead comrades. We can't run away, we can't fight, so all we're going to do is just try to get as much kit together as we can whilst we're still conscious. Juggernauts have pretty good regen, so long as it isn't bleed damage, they can normally heal through it. Or hopefully we'll survive long enough and maybe some manhunters or attack hunter shows up and heals us up, and then we just figure out what to do from there. This isn't looking too good for us, but with the bleed damage, so long as it only stays at 1 arrow and doesn't become 2, we have a decent chance of healing through it. You don't always heal through it, but sometimes you do. We are down, and let's hope either we regain consciousness before it drops too low, or a tech hunter or someone shows up to save us. We have managed to regain consciousness, so I reckon we try to crawl away, but it looks like the rebel farmer has another plan. So we are down once again. The rebel farmers have moved on, and I've found a guy with a prosthetic limb. So we're going to go and take that, and that is going to be a nice addition to Trunks. We're now 1 down, we've only got 3 more to go, and then we will have our own cyber body. Kip got eaten by a skimmer, so we're now going to go back and get his leg, and now we should be in a situation where we're able to walk. And that is super funky. Never seen that happen before. Look at me, I can stand on my own 2 robotic legs. And we found another guy with a standard grade industrial lifter arm. So we are in a super good situation already. We now have 2 legs and 1 arm. All we need is 1 more arm and to replace the hiver leg, and we are going to be in a pretty decent situation. We also picked up a few mini med kits, so we should be able to heal up, and now we're going to start heading our way down to Heft. God, I love Kenshi, and this is why you can't turn your back on Kenshi for more than like 2 seconds at a time. Yeah, so the skimmers come in, mashed us up pretty good, destroyed one of our legs, so we are now back to crawling. Amazing. We are resistant and we will carry on. We've used up all of our mini med kits and everything basically just despawned on us. So yeah, this is great. Found the mini med kit that hopefully will stop the bleeding, and then we'll try to go to the other guys, see if they've got anything, and then we're going to need to make our way to Heft. We have found a sand ninja on the way, which is going to be able to give us a pretty rubbishy ninja blade, but still an extra item, a small medikit, and some ninja rags, which will be better than our mercenary plate. And we've managed to cover sweet all distance in that time. And now it is time for the most important part of any torso challenge, the crawling montage. We have made it to Heft. The first priority is going to be getting to the robotics trader and buying a skeleton repair kit, so we can go fix up our limbs, and also if we get damaged again we can repair ourselves so we don't have to crawl across the desert again. That took way longer and way more attempts than I'm willing to admit, and I'm slightly ashamed about it, but we are here now and we can get our repair kits, and we've got 3 out of the 4 limbs, and we are in a super good situation, and the robotics shop is just there, and soon we're going to be able to go and become the most powerful being in Kenshi, and it's going to be awesome and it's going to work super well. We're past the hardest part already, so all we need to do now is fix ourselves up and get ready. And now they're trying to enslave us. No, we made it to Heft. Okay, cool. They left us alone. We should be... No, go away. We have been enslaved. Absolutely amazing. This is fantastic. We do have an arm, so we can pick the locks, so we should be able to escape. The issue is our leg is mashed up, so if they choose to pick us up, most of the time they don't put you back down if you've got a bad leg. So what we're going to do, because we can, is we're just going to carry on crawling until we can get to the robotic shop, then repair ourselves up, and then we are just going to try and hobble out the town ASAP. They don't seem all that bothered that we're crawling away. This might be a really good thing. This means that if we get the repair kit, then crawl out of the front gate, repair ourselves up when we're out of the town, and we should be pretty sweet. We could repair ourselves up in the town and then try to sneak out, but at the moment it seems that maybe just trying to crawl out is going to be our best option. We are going to need to check that we can even get enough money for a skeleton repair kit, because I can't remember if they're 3k or 5k cats. We might be able to get 3k together, but I doubt we're going to be able to get 5, and we also can't use the repair bed because we're damaged, so we wouldn't be able to get the extra hit points back, so it'd be a waste of time. Somehow we managed to make it. We haven't been beaten up, we haven't been kidnapped. This is our chance to repair ourselves up and get out. We'll sell off the animal hides, the sandals, the animal teeth, farmer's handbook, Garu guts, and 2 packs of the meat. But we can't afford that skeleton repair kit. That is more expensive than the money that we have, so we're going to need to think of another plan. I'm hoping that there'll be a general shop that will be selling the authentic skeleton repair kits. They cost about 3k. There doesn't look like they got any limbs that we want. We can't even buy a replacement limb for our damaged hiver limb. There's going to be little point staying here. We can't get anything, so we're going to need to move on, try to get to another shop, and hope that we don't get kidnapped or enslaved in that time. First thing Trunks is going to need to do is he's going to need to go back into sneak and remove his shackles. The shackles weigh 20 kilos, so they're fairly heavy, and they also mess up your sneak skill. Our sneak skill is going to be the best skill that Trunks has at the moment, and it's just about the only way he's not going to get kidnapped and taken to a slave farm. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I need to bring this episode to an end. So thank you for watching episode 1 of the Torso Adventures, or 50 Shades of Torso. I don't know, haven't thought of a name yet. But all your likes, comments, subs have been amazing. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.